Hello, welcome back everyone. Happy Friday. Finally, weekend is almost here and Chordie is also almost here. I was supposed to be done with it by today. I was hoping maybe there will be no stream, there will be nothing to be done and we can meet on Monday and just finally assemble it. Of course, it never works like that, and I quickly realized before I even finished the print, which is actually kind of good because I didn't waste too much plastic. So I forgot one very important thing, and that thing is the mounting mechanism for all the encoders, because for the short one everything was done correctly, so all the encoders have a proper mounting mechanisms, but we've made this part bigger, actually taller, and the issue is that everything remained still at the bottom of this part. So if we take a look, let's say over here, okay, and this part maybe not, okay, let's see, maybe this part, right. So this is where everything will end up, and of course this part is way taller than that, so we need a way to get everything up here, and I've been thinking about it and I couldn't really figure out any good approach. Like, one thing that came to my mind was to maybe open this thing up a little bit and move the switch to here, so we would still have a like a mounting mechanism over here with all the stuff like this, so over here to be just sitting on the switch, and we could have a PCB over here. But I am not that quite convinced if it's gonna work. I think we should just maybe try, see how it looks. Another thing that we could maybe do would be to, let's say, make like a tiny attachments over here, something like we had with the trackball, maybe like 3 of them, and then add just move this part over here up, just add some holes to screw it in, but then okay, so then we could just like lift the bottom up and leave everything else as it is. So for example, we have this mount over here, let's see, should be somewhere over here. All right, let's see. For example, this one. Yeah, so it's quite far down there. I think I will have to make like an additional component. Okay, I think it's the wrong one, not here. Let's do it over here. Let's say, let's do it like this. I think I called it lifted. Yeah, also one more thing I'm doing today. I will be working on Chordie, and I'm doing this for one particular reason. I mean, it's okay, it's nice to work on it and all, but at the same time I will have this running in the background because the issue is that it keeps crashing and I don't really know why. On AVR there was no problem with it, on ARM there is. And before, it used to throw out some messages about I2C connection, something like that. I was working on it yesterday at work, and I think it crashed 2 or 3 times on me within a few hours. So I am hoping this time around I will get some output from here, so I'll be able to take a look, maybe, what is happening. I don't know if it's an engine issue or maybe something wrong with the chords. Very difficult to figure out, especially that it works on AVR, but it doesn't work on ARM. So hopefully we can have a solution today, or at least any kind of a hint what is happening. Alright, so okay, that is the mounting. I think I copied the wrong thing. I really wanted... Oh, yeah, right, okay. Alright, now it's okay. So... So let's say we'll have it something like this. So then, of course, we won't be able to reach the button over here. And also the PCB will be kind of very low. But I don't think it makes sense to print the knob this long. Let's see. Yeah, that's quite a distance. Yeah, that is one thing, and of course this button over here, the push button, there's no really good way to have it done. Okay, let's say I will lift everything up. So then I think we will have to do something like this. So make a cutout over here. Then we will have to attach one more kind of like a wing to here. And this part will be sitting on top of the push button. Okay, this makes sense, I guess. But then there is an issue with the PCB, because we still have to attach it somehow. It's gonna be very low. Okay, let's take a look. How far would it be for the knob? Alright, I think I got all of them. Not sure why was it removing. Okay. What is the distance over here from the knob to here? Okay, 1 millimeter. Yeah, so the distance from here, if you would like to go all the way, oh, it's 15 millimeters almost. But that doesn't really make sense to print this high. Yeah, and on top of that, we still have to take care of the... We have to somehow lock in place the PCB. Yeah, this is our new design from the previous stream. Okay, so what can we do about it? Okay, we don't really have much. Okay, because over here there will be bearing, so we can't really attach anything over here. Okay, maybe we can do it. Maybe we can like kill two birds with one stone. So let's say we will have some kind of a mounting mechanism over here. So we can do it in a way that would like lock the PCB in place. So then we don't have to really bother with all those tiny clips and screws just to hold it in place. We could have something, let's say, let's hide this. For example, we could have some kind of like maybe not a hook, but something like a sticking out over here. So like 4 places. Then we can have screws over here. I mean holes for the screws. And then we could have 2 different mounting mechanisms. So one will be for one PCB, And yeah, that would be, so let's say we have a PCB like this. So we could go over here, one screw, another screw. Oh yeah, that kind of makes sense. And this way. So then it would be locked in place. We don't really have to really bother about it. Okay. I think we are getting somewhere with that. Alright, so maybe we can give it a shot. The good thing is that we can try to do it, and then we can maybe print, just like slice it in half and only print the part that matters to us. And we can check if it's really gonna work or not. So let's start with the switch maybe. So we would like to have it over here. Should it be here or should it be where the PCB is gonna be? I think it would make more sense. For example, we could have one place over here, like a larger one for the switch. Because the PCB has to move, right? Because that will be... Okay, PCB will be touching it or will be touching with the knob? Okay, we'll be touching it with the bearing, to be honest, not with the knob. Okay, so yeah, right. So switch has to be over here as well, somewhere over here. So we have to just lift it up, just like everything else. Okay. Okay, where should I put it to not make too much mess? How about here? So we have a mount, we have a knob. So these two parts will be the same for both PCBs. Okay, I think I'll do it here. I think I'll also shift the PCB, so I'll have like a good reference point and we can go from there. But over here we will have to make two different ones, because since we have a different mounting mechanism for each, so I think we need two components over here. So let's start with MT 6701. Okay. One crucial thing, what was the distance from the PCB to the bearing? Maybe not to the bearing, but to the knob. Where is it? Okay, let's do the knob. Let's hide this. Right, 0.2 only. If so. Okay, so be it, 0.2. Okay, so this is where we need to have the PCB at. Okay, now I'm gonna move the switch. Okay, I think over here is like 0.4. Okay, 0.5. So I was wrong. Okay, so we won't be changing this mount. This will stay as it is. So what we need to do is to have the PCB attached somehow. Okay, so I was thinking... Okay, maybe not so much, because like some kind of mount over here, right? But there is a difference in how they are being attached. I mean, one has a larger screw, the other one has a smaller screw. And M2 doesn't really fit that well. It's sticking out, so we will have a bearing scratching on it. Oh, Mr. Chiclapa, hello. Long time no see. How have you been doing? Yeah. Glad that you dropped in today. How's everything? Oh, that's not good. What happened? Yeah, I'm good to see you too as well. Oh yeah, I feel you. I also don't like a weather swap for the winter. It always makes me sick, and time change, I think it's the worst part of it all. Now I have a dilemma. Should I incorporate this with the bottom part? Let's see. Because I'm a little bit worried that if I have it embed on the side of the wall, something like this, that if it breaks at some point, it won't be possible to fix it. I mean, unless you redo the whole keyboard. And for the very same reason, I came up with an idea to change the way how the trackball is mounted, because now it's sitting on the sides of the wall. I think we'll change that and we'll have the mounting columns sticking out from the bottom. I think that is the best solution. So just in case the hole gets loose or something like that, I will be easy swap. You just swap the bottom and you can mount it again. And if it's embedded in the wall, then if something comes loose, that's it. That's the end of the game. Okay, I think I removed the model where I had the other PCB for AS5600. I think I did some cleaning last time and it's gone. I only have mounting holes over here. Okay, I think I should have it in the previous... How about here? In the previous design. I hope it's saved correctly. Okay, yeah, lucky me. Okay, maybe let's do it like this. I will paste it over here. Okay, what is it doing? I think it's copying a little bit too much. Not what I wanted. I didn't really want... okay, I think I know what's the problem. I only want this element. Otherwise, I think it will just add like an external component, which I don't really need. At least not at this moment. Okay, let's change this. This is AS5600 AS. Okay, we don't really need a separate component for every one of them. Okay, let's move it up. Okay, something is not right because these holes, they should not align. Okay, now it's correct. Okay, so I think the top is done in a way. So this mount will stay like this. So now we have to figure out something to hold the PCBs, to hold the switch as well. Something from the bottom. Okay, what is the distance from here? Okay, that's 50 millimeters. A little bit too much to print, maybe? Yeah, and the holes over here, they are not aligned. How can we approach this? There is not enough space to have something like this, and there will be no way to attach it over here. Also, going from the bottom, even if we print the columns so high like over here, even if we extend this, it's gonna be difficult. Might not come out that well, and there'll be also a problem how to lock it in place. There is also no option to attach it anywhere over here. Only problems with that. Okay, I think there is no other choice than to move the whole bottom piece all the way up just to hold it in place, and then we can The only thing we need to figure out is how to attach the bottom part. Let's see. Okay, if I remove this. So I'm gonna borrow this part. Okay. Okay, so now we have like a mini version of the bottom part. I think it turned out a little bit too thick because this one is not 2.4. Neither of them is actually. One is 1.7, 2.4. I don't think it's 2.4. Okay, let's take a look. I think both were like 1.6, 1.7 in thickness. Yes, 1.7 for AS, and probably MT the same. Not sure why the thickness is different over there. 1.6. I guess we have to fix it. Let's see. .7, like this. Okay, now it should be okay. Kind of. Okay, so we have kind of transferred everything up. Okay, one thing I would like to do, let's see. Okay, it won't fit over here. So this one is 18, so we need like 17.8 at least. 17.8 should do. Okay, it's not that bad. It should fit. Okay, one more thing is missing over here. I think this part is missing. Okay, now it's fine. Is it okay? Why is it lower? Okay, I think I know. now it should be fine. So we have mounting mechanism over here, so basically the same stuff as it was on the bottom. So let's see how can we mount this thing. Let's do it like this. Let's call it mid mount, maybe something like this. Let's try it like so. So we are now directly underneath this like the bottom plate. I mean the thing that was our bottom plate. So I think we could do something like this maybe. And then I know how many screw holes do we need. One should be enough each. Okay, let's see. So I will take this edge. Okay, would that be enough? Of course, we can't print it like that. I mean, well, technically we could just add some supports over here and that will be okay, but I think we can embed it and then make an edge over here. Let's see how it's gonna... And it crashed, okay. So there is something happening with it. It looks like this, so I'm getting this error. So it seems to be something wrong with the I2C. This is an output from I2C, but this is not even from my part of code. This is coming from QMK, at least this part, that it can't read pins. And this part is mine, left and right, so it completely disconnects both parts, and even the trackball stopped working. Okay. So at least I know that is the same kind of error. Yeah, it's been happening for quite some time. Okay, that is not that bad as it might look. I'm gonna detach it. So we have a special mission for today. We will take one of my older boards and we're gonna swap it to RP2040 because it has the same communication as Chordie. And then I will be working on it. Maybe over the weekend I will be using it. And I'm very curious to see if the issue is with the I2C communication on RP2040, or is it something with Chordie, or is it like a general error? So that might be interesting to find out. Alright, what were we doing? We were supposed to connect these two. So I can't wait to actually swap the other keyboard. See. Okay, I think if we make it like 8. How about now 8? Okay, now it works. Okay, we can't make it 8 because it will be too far. How about we make it maybe 6? Because if I make this side 8, it will go onto this openings over here. Okay, let's see. How about this one? Oops. Okay, I think I forgot to embed it. Do it like this. Okay, now it should be better. If we do a chamfer, 7. Alright, 7 looks okay. And it should print no problem. Can I change this to 7? I can't. Okay. That is interesting. Weren't they supposed to be the same size? I think I've made one smaller than the other one. Not a problem, we can fix it quickly. Okay, looks good to me. Okay, so what comes next? Would be nice to have some kind of a mounting hall. Okay, how big should it be? How about we go with 0.3? That should be more stable, maybe? Okay. So one over here. Okay, I think it's starting to take shape. But the issue is we'll have to print almost everything. Okay, so that is empty. I think I'm gonna stop on this one. We're not gonna do AS5600 just now. I think it might be a good idea to print it out and see how it fits everything to get there. Yeah, I mean, most of the parts are already tested, like this part. I think I should rename this to, there was a holder, right? So this part. Okay, it's over here. And where is this part? Usually I go with something silent, light and linear. So I go with Otemu. I used to use Peach, but then I moved, I think they were too light. And then I moved to Ocean, something Ocean. Let's see, Otemu Silent Ocean was the name? Kind of like a blue. Yeah, I think that's the one. Kind of expensive over here. Okay, 45. Oh, I don't think that's the one. Okay, let's check this side. Which one was it? These look more like Kyle to me. Okay, but these are not exactly the ones. I think that's the one. Are they really 45 silent linear? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm using this. They're quite nice. I like them because they're very silent. I can't really hear anything. But they don't really say. Okay, 45. All right, so, okay, minimum trigger force is 30. Okay, so 45 and... so now they have pitch V3. So last time I bought it was V2, now it's V3. Oh, hi there, Jet Pinky. I didn't notice you. Okay, maybe they finally fixed the pitch because I think I swapped already 4 or 5 pitch because I had them on my keyboard and they were used for the mouse buttons and they didn't really last long. Okay, these are V2. Let's see what the version. Okay, this is V3, silent pitch V3. What is the weight of this thing? And do they say anywhere? Okay, 40 grams. So I was wrong about them. I always thought that pitch are 35, but they are 40. Okay, plus minus 10 grams. So, all right, not bad. But I think I prefer the ocean ones. Although most probably on a blind test, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between either of them. Okay, so is this thing done? So we have a support over here. We have this part. This is basically copy-paste from what we had before. Okay, one thing I forgot. We need to have a way, okay, to get the wires somehow. How about we do it like this? Because I think that will be like part will be here and the other part of the connectors will be here somewhere. So how about we make a hole in the bottom and try to get it through there. Okay, where is this? Okay, which part is that? I'm getting lost already. Okay, we can either do this or we can do like a rectangle from the center. Maybe rectangle makes more sense. Okay, 12 by 12. That should be enough for the wires. Basically, we can even go something like this. 5 by 8. Like opening like this. Should I make an opening like here as well? This one is getting a little bit too close. Let's change this. Let's do it 5 by 4 everywhere. This might be a little bit overkill maybe, but I'm gonna leave it like that. There should be enough space for all the wires, I guess. Yeah, speaking of switches, I don't really like the heavy ones because they always give me pain in my wrists and my fingers. I don't know how one can type with heavy ones like 60 grams. I tried 60 grams once and I didn't even last a day. Too heavy, definitely too heavy. Okay, so I think that will be it for this part. We have this, we have a mounting mechanism, we have a way to screw it in over here. It shouldn't wobble because there is like a good support over here. There is an opening for the wire, which we can move all the way to the bottom. Alrighty. I need to print only this part and this part, and the rest I already have over here, so that should fit alright. Okay. Oh, this will take some time to print, I'm afraid. Okay, I guess that will be fine. So we have this bottom part, all the locking stuff I have already over here. So we need this part only. And this will come handy, I guess, because we can also check for the mechanical one, which we should be able to mount the same way, because I think it's the same distance. Okay, before I start the print, let's take a look. So maybe then I wouldn't have to do any changes if it's the same height. Okay, let's see. Okay, so that is the standard one. The mechanical, okay, over here. Okay, so looks like it's the same height. I mean, it's from the same base, so it should fit the same way. So all we need to do will be to just like adapt this part to the mid plate. And then this will be our holder. We can just do some openings for the wires, and that should be it. Okay. So I guess we can print this. How long it's gonna take makes me wonder. And the question is, what kind of a mess is sitting on the print bed right now? We go check if the print bed is clean. Okay, I am back. Looks like it's clean. The question is if it's gonna poop on the print bed or not, because sometimes this stuff doesn't really come off. How much was my printer? Well, I can't remember. You will have to check how much is P1S right now. It wasn't that much. And now it should be even cheaper because I think they're coming out with a new one. So I think this one should be like going down in price. And I think there is even some kind of a promotion going on right now. I don't really know. It's a nice printer. I like it. It's out of the box. It prints, no issues. So it's a great for beginners even. Like my previous printer, I had to do a lot of maintenance. I had to compile firmware for it. I had to do mechanical stuff, electrical stuff, reconnect things. I had to do my own mounts for the nozzle and stuff. Like I spent more time working on the printer than for the printer to print stuff. And this one is great. Just send stuff and it prints and without any issues. So yeah, good printer. Can only recommend. Maybe they should be sponsoring me. Okay, so going back to our CAD, should we push for the remaining parts? I think it makes sense. Let's see if we have any kind of a view of what is printing. Yes, there is, unusual. Okay, so that is my mid design. Okay, it's getting a little bit messy over here. What's that? Okay, so this part is now printing. Okay, since I have EC, let's do mechanical one, EC11. Alrighty. So I need this part. And I don't really need this part, so Is it gonna be this easy? As all I have to do is just to lift it up and cut it a little? I think we did 17.8. Okay, 17.8 times 2. Like this. Yes, correct, 17.8. Okay, so this we have to retain because this is how this part is attached to. We have to change that, so that will be for the flat piece. The lifted one as well. Okay, so that's the part. Right, so we need to have it mounted somehow. Okay, and we need an opening for the wires. Let's take a look. So this piece looks like this. This is the mounting mechanism, kind of like a harness, if I can call it like that. To my surprise, it fits really nicely, very tight. So to be sitting something like this, so we need to have an opening on this side. Can we rotate it maybe like that? Yeah, it shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, but this will be better. Okay, so all right, so let's leave it like that. Okay, if I rotate it like that, then I can make a bigger openings over here, because here we are a little bit limited. Okay, let's do it. Okay, it won't fit like that. Always something wrong. So we are stuck with this. Okay. Okay, I guess it will be okay. Okay, I think this part is done as well. Okay, so let's do 5601. This one should be even easier. I hope all I need to do is just to move this. Okay. Okay, the print is not going too fast. Half an hour left. Not a big issue. Okay, so I think I will just change this so it will fit better. And other than that, everything should be fine. I think it's the same set of... I can test that if it's the same set of locking mechanism, like those tiny holders. Eventually we can fix it. Let's see. What is the radius? 165. Okay, that should be fine as well. Okay, so I guess we have this part finished. So all we need to do is to wait for that one to finish printing, and then we can check this one, and maybe we can send the other two for the EC and IS5600. So we can check all three. Okay, this one we can close. We don't need anything. Okay, I think I should just drop these to my... I have like a one document where I keep most of the stuff that I use. Yeah, I think I should just drop everything to one. Okay, so let's do it like this. And because I keep like changing stuff, then I take one from a different project, then I change it, and sometimes it ends up like 3 projects and 3 different parts, which should be the same. I think it's about time to make one that will be like a stash for all the CAD things. Okay, let's do it here. Okay, where is this PCB now? I got already lost it. Ah, it's over here. Okay, I'm gonna leave it for now. Okay, going back. So all encoder is done. This stuff is printing. So maybe right now, was there anything else? This time I'm prepared. I have a list. Let's see, what does my phone say that needs to be done? Ah, yeah, right. So we have to still change the mount for the trackball to be a separate thing from the chassis. Okay, so this one is done. Okay, so let's do trackball. Okay, so the problem is over here, I suppose. Okay, not this part is gonna be in extensions, right? Pointing device. Come on. All right, so this thing needs to go. I don't want it to be embedded like this. I want it to be attached to the bottom plate. Okay, over here, so this is our 1.6, this is flat. Okay, do I have, okay, that is common part. Okay, I see. Right, that's the one. Is it 1.6, just like the other ones? Yeah, it would seem so. Oh no, this one is 1.2. Alrighty. So let's do it like this. This one is depreciated already. Okay. Okay, I think it will be better if I move it like 0.4. So now it should be aligned with this part and less work, I hope. I hope nothing broke. Okay, it's 1.6, so exactly as the rest. So doing it this way, I don't really have to do anything with these holes. I have no idea what is the size, but I think it's too small. 105. Oh, that is interesting. Why is this so small? So over here is M3 screw. Okay, so now it's correct. So we have a proper bottom. Okay, we are missing one more part over here. Okay, it will be over here. Okay, so that's a different common part. Alrighty. Okay, so what is that? Okay, now it's correct. So we have this part over here. Okay, that's the point. Okay, so that's the common part. That's the jack. Okay, and the pointing device. Okay, so it's a bit chaotic. But we are supposed to focus on this. So let's jump over here. So 1.9, that's the screw size, and let's do it. Okay, 1.6, okay, should be good. So 1.9. 5.1, okay. And also this way it won't really be getting in the way with the circuit trackpad, because circuit is like mounted on top. I mean, it was still okay, but like we don't really need them. So okay, I think I'm gonna move them. I hope it won't be an issue over here with the wires. I think it will be fine. Yeah, definitely there will be a little bit more space over here where the LEDs are placed. So yeah, might be a plus. Just to make sure that Okay, it should. Okay, I don't know if it's gonna fit the microcontroller. Okay, should be okay. This part is, we can always change it because it won't really affect the rest of the build. So even if there's not enough space over here, this should be good. Might be a little bit difficult because there will be over here, we have SPI. So we have to go with the wires this way, not this way. Okay, so I think this one is done as well. And basically this one is only for the trackball. So yeah, should do it like this. Okay, I think we are done. Let's see what's else on the schedule. Okay, so trackball is fixed. Okay, so it is still printing. We still have a lot of time. So I think at this point I might try to move my other keyboard to RP2040, and this way I'll be able to tell if the crashing issue with Chordie is it related to my shitty code in Chordie or my shitty code in general. I wish it's general, then it would be maybe easier to fix. Alright. Anything else for Chordie? I think that's all. It's a little bit messy project right now. A lot of stuff has been changed, but I think I should be able to find my way. Most of the parts are looking okay. Yeah, I was also thinking, because this circuit trackpad over here, This one keeps me awake at night. And I was thinking maybe at some point, I don't know if you can do it on stream or maybe off stream, maybe you can try to print some kind of cover for it so that it will be less sensitive maybe, because nothing seems to help. Even the plastic overlay it comes with, it sucks as well. So I was thinking maybe if we can print some kind of plastic housing that will be sitting on top of it and give it some space, let's say maybe like a 0.5 millimeter, 0.6. I think I had it done somewhere. I should have a project, but like forget I will be able to find it. I think it'd be faster to just print it, but it's not important right now. Okay, let's change the other keyboard. Alright, here's our patient for today. Such a filthy bearings. Almost lost it. Okay, so what we'll be doing with this one, I will open it up and we're gonna swap the MCU from, I think it's AVR sitting inside. So we're gonna swap it to one of these Pro Micros. How does it look like? Okay, I think I got it wrong. Yeah, I think I soldered ground to SDA. Okay, what comes next? I think next comes the sensor. No one reporting, there's no music. Okay, so for now everything is should be connect correctly. So I guess we have to jump into Visual Studio Code and change the code and see if it works. If it works, then we can assemble everything back together. Although this resistor, I think it would be nice if I get it. And the print just finished. How cool is that? Yeah, I think I'm gonna just copy paste from Chordie. Okay, let's start with the JSON file. So the processor it's gonna be RP2040, bootloader RP2040 as well. Okay, then let's jump into the rules. Okay, so we're gonna be needing this. Okay, this file and this file. So we have to... Can I copy like that? Okay, what else do we have to set up over here? So we need to set up the I2C. That will be the same as on Chordie. For the trackball, we don't have to change anything except for the CS pin. Well, I don't think I'll be coming back to AVR anymore, so I think I could just skip it. Okay, so we have I2C redefined for RP2040. Do we have anything else? Okay, so I think that is fine. Okay, do we have to change anything else? I think that's all. Let's see if it's even gonna compile. Okay, what is the complaining about? I haven't seen this before. Okay, so wrong pin. Alrighty, let's see. So there is a pin for the LEDs, although I'm not really using them over here. Okay, what does it say? Okay. Please use vendor. Okay, what does it mean? Does it mean that I have to... Okay, I think I need to check the specs. What do they mean by vendor? So does it mean that we don't need that? Okay, so looks like this one is not valid anymore, and we have to go with the vendor. Okay, that's what the error says. So let's change that to vendor, and I think we have a pin defined wrongly. Well, it doesn't really change because there is no RGB on this one, and actually this whole firmware is kind of taken from a different keyboard, but we can check. What would it be D4? Okay, this one, but I need RP2040. Okay, over here. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Okay, GPIO4. Okay, so it's gonna be GP4. GP4 over here. What other errors do we have? Okay, it's complaining about this and that, so it's still... Okay, that's D4. Alright, so looks like that RGB was the only issue. At least it would seem so. Alright, what is wrong? So it's not a valid value. So what are the valid values? Custom vendor PMW, PWM, I2C, SPI, Bitbank. Okay, so let's go Bitbank. What the hell? Rules MK, please. Bootloader, alright. Do I really have to set up bootloader in Rules MK? I don't think so. It should be in... We have a bootloader over here in JSON file. I'm not getting it. It's complaining about the LEDs that when I change. Okay, maybe it won't be... Okay. Oh no, please use vendor. What is wrong? Maybe I still have to add this. The driver is required now. What the hell? It doesn't make sense. It's the same bootloader as for Chordie. Chordie compiles, this one won't. What is wrong with this shit? Why is it still showing that it's AVR? It shouldn't be like that. There must be something. Okay, that is interesting. Makes you wonder, why is it still trying to compile for AVR since we have everything changed for RP2040? Somehow it's not looking at the JSON file. It doesn't make sense. It's asking here for the vendor. When I change to vendor, it won't compile. Shit. I will worry about it maybe later. Let's see if I switch it off. Is it gonna compile? No, what the hell? Why does it need let count when there is no RGB? Let's see. Okay, promising. Okay, done. Great. Finally. Okay, let's try to flash it. To be safe. No idea what it's gonna output. Okay, I can see the drive from RP2040. Okay, should be flashed. Okay, alright, works, no way. Okay, this one doesn't. Oh, what the hell? Okay, but at least we have output from here. So, partial success. Okay, chip select is 21. So that is correct. It should be alright. Not quite sure what is wrong. It looks like everything is fine. Yet it won't work. No, it works. Oh, done. Okay, I must have missed that. I could swear that it wasn't when I tried to move it. Okay, great. That's a nice surprise. Okay, let's put it back together. Something seems to not fit over here. Okay, now it's better. So I have this lock over here, so I won't push out the MCU if I'm trying to connect a wire or something. This comes very handy. Okay, let's hope this one will crash as well, then I will know more or less what's wrong with it. I mean, I will know that it's an issue with I2C, otherwise I guess I'll have to dig into the coding engine, I'm afraid. Okay, but okay, looks like it works. I have a scroll, mouse is moving. All keys are working. Great. So the shift to RP2040 was successful. All right. Let me get the stuff from the printer. Looks nice. It's gonna be kind of tall, but it really fits well with this. So yeah, should be perfect. So far it's looking promising. This might actually work. Right, this one can go either from the top or from the bottom, because originally it was supposed to be attached from the bottom. But the way it is now, we can also do it from the top, should be fine as well. Okay, looks like it works. Let's see. Where is the encoder stuff? Okay, over here. That's the big one. So this is how it's gonna sit. Yeah, it looks perfect. Looks like it might actually work. Okay, I don't have the large knob because I think it's attached to Chordie at this moment. Okay, but since the mount is sitting correctly, there's a nice click. Perfect. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so we have all of this stuff done. It printed quite nice. There is no issue. Okay, I think we are done for today. I guess I am good to print. Yeah, should be okay because everything is fixed. Let me check my list. At least from the CAD side. Okay, so I still don't know why it's crashing. So I will have like a couple of days on this new keyboard. I mean, not the new keyboard, but on this keyboard with RP2040. And this way I'll be able to tell if it's something wrong with my code, like in general, the way I do I2C. Or if not, then we'll have to dig into the coding engine, which I haven't wrote myself. So that might be difficult to figure out what is wrong, especially that it's okay on a VR, it's not okay on ARM. Very odd. Okay, so this one is done. We did the swap. Okay, so there's still plenty of work. Right, so but mostly code stuff. Okay. All right, so I think that's it. I will let it sit for today. Maybe I will come up with something so I don't have to like reprint or cancel print like I did before. I think it should be okay. Like most of the stuff is done. This circuit trackpad, we can take a look sometime later, maybe once we are done with Chordie. We can take a look if we can get like a better surface to use it, because like the way it comes out from the factory, it's not good. So maybe like adding more plastic to it, maybe it will help. All right, I guess that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your weekend and come back on Monday. If there is no change and everything points out to that there won't be any change anymore. So I think on Monday we will start yet another build. This one we should be able to speedrun, so I hope we can finish by Wednesday or by Thursday. I'll see how it goes. Anyways, alright, thank you very much for watching, and I see you all on Monday. Have a awesome weekend, have plenty of rest, and I see you in a couple of days. See you on Monday, and bye bye.